Hello and welcome everyone to Elemental Hardware Enrichment. I'm Mr. Rizzi and today we're going to build a candy dispenser. Yes, a candy dispenser. It's going to be great. So let's get started. Let's grab our tools and supplies. First and foremost, safety glasses because we might be using our hammer today. So let's get our glue, a rag to clean up our glue, sandpaper, and let's grab our hammer. Okay. Let's take our toolbox, put our toolbox away. Okay. And the next is going to be our project, which is the best thing ever, candy dispenser. Use the claw of your hammer to open the box. And easy taking the paper out because in one of these pieces of paper is a glass jar. Okay. Let's grab, there's going to be 6 wooden pieces and we'll go over them in just a moment. Okay, take your paper, put it in your box and put your box on the floor. Okay, so let's go over all of our parts. First part is going to be these 2 squares here. Actually, there's 2 parts. They're just blank and they have 4 holes on each corner, okay? There's 2 of those. Then there's 1 square like that that has a really big hole and 2 4 holes. That's the top piece. Then we have these little pieces here, which are going to be the 3rd layer of our candy dispenser. And they're directional. So if you look at them, there's a hole on one side and there's no hole on the other, right? So pay attention to that as you're putting your dispenser together. And then there is the slide where the magic happens. This is where our candy comes out. Okay? So, and this one has 2 holes, which is going to be the top side of the slide, and then it has 1 hole. Okay? Then we have our jar with a bag of dowels inside. There's going to be 6 dowels, and if you look at the dowels, there's going to be 4 dowels that are going to be 3 inches. You can grab your tape measure and you can measure it just to test it out and make sure it's 3 inches. Okay, but for this you have to be very, very careful because then there's another 2 dowels that are 2.5 inches. And it is very, very important not to mix these up. Okay, so let's put them in our bag, zip them up, and put them away for right now. Because we don't need them just yet, but we will in like 2 seconds. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our sandpaper. And we are going to clean up our parts as they might be a little bit frayed. We might have a little loose wood, right? And we don't want any splinters because splinters are not fun. I get splinters on like a daily basis because we build all of this stuff here at our shop. So splinters are a thing for us. Okay, clean up the edges. Oh, and remember, fold your sandpaper in 3 because it makes it a lot more sturdy to work with. Beautiful. Now, the next part to sand is our dowels. Let's take them out one by one. Actually, just take them all out because then it's going to be really hard to figure out which one you've sanded. And what we're going to do is we're going to sand the tops of these dowels because it's going to make it much easier. And for this, undo your sandpaper and you could just take it and twist like this. Okay? We got to do each dowel. And then after you've sanded your dowel, put it back in the bag. Perfecto. Now, Zip that back up so no dowels run away. Okay, put your sandpaper to the side. Clean up your little area. And now let's grab one of these blank squares. Okay, blank square. And we're going to grab 4 3-inch dowels. So now we need our glue, our dowels, and if you look, it has 4 holes on each side. And what we're going to do here is we're going to glue our dowels into these holes. So what you want to do is you want to just put a little line of glue around the tip of the dowel. And then here, what we're going to do, while we're inserting the dowel into these holes, we're going to spin the dowel, because what this is doing is coating the whole wall on the inside of these holes. Same thing with all the other dowels. Okay. It's creating a good anchor point, because then everything else is going to go on top of this. Okay. Last one. Okay. Now, where we go from here is we grab our next blank square. Okay. And what we're going to do here is, let's do it here. We're going to put glue about a 1/16 inch bead. And we're going to make a zigzag pattern. You can even write your name in there if you want. But as long as there's glue covering the whole surface of this. Okay? Because then you're going to take this, the 4 holes, you're going to match them to your other dowels. And you're going to put it in. And remember to go level. Go push down level so it gets nice and snug. Perfecto, right? Next step is let's grab these little guys right here. And remember how I was telling you that they're directional? This is the correct way. This is the incorrect way. See? See what happens here? How this is sticking out here and this is not. So let's keep it just like that. Right? Take these parts off. You don't have to do that. I was just showing you the correct way. Right, so now, since we got that off, let's put a bead of glue across here and another bead of glue across here. And I'm going to turn this up so you can see it. See, just like that. One line. It's almost like connecting the dowels. Right? Another line there. Then take your small rectangles and we're going to put them right over that and glue them now. Make sure you press tight. Okay, same thing with this guy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so now that we got that set up, let's move that to the side, because then we are going to take our slide. Remember where all the magic happens, where it drops the candy? Yeah. Oh, also, if you're not using the glue, remember to cap it. But in this case, we are going to be using the glue. So here, let's put a bead of glue here. And we're going to have to hammer this one in, right? So grab your handy dandy hammer. Do the same thing to the other side. A little bit of glue. And it's okay if glue gets everywhere because you have a rag to clean it up. Okay, clean off the excess glue on the dowels. Okay. All right. Now, put that to the side. The next step is grab this little ring. This little ring here, it's going to go inside of that little ring here. All right? So what we want to do with this is we want to put a little glue inside of the ring on the wood. Okay? Then we're going to take this ring, set our wooden piece down, and we're going to put it right inside, right? Sometimes it might be a little tight. Grab your hammer and give it a little hammer time. Okay? And it should sit where just the little round bead of the lid is sticking out. I don't know if you can see that, but when you're assembling it, you'll see it, and it'll just be sticking right above that. Okay? So then, now let's grab our two other pieces. And now remember, do not put this on without putting this on. So follow instructions. So now this piece here, it can go either way or either way. So this will just sit inside of here. And then what you're going to do is glue the small rectangles. Okay. Bam, bam. Just like that. And you're going to take this part and you're going to put this part right over the top. Like that. Okay. Then all right, so fill up your jar. Take your dispenser. And voila! Jelly bean candy dispenser. Use your rag to clean up any glue that's coming out of the sides. But now, let's show you how the operation works. All right. So what happens is gravity is used to funnel the jelly beans down into a little cone shape down at the bottom here. So when we put this hole right here, ta-da! Jelly beans. So this is the end of our project. And now you can paint your project, but remember, don't ever paint the slide. This part right here is the slide. You can paint everything else, just don't paint the slide. So I hope you've enjoyed this project, and I'll see you on the next one.